by the scorching, crackling, incandescent flames. Would he rather be a coward than let their heritage be stolen? My document is lagging. I should have printed this out. And so your party leaves the town square behind. You see all of these all of these shop houses lining the way as you exit. And then most of the merchants are doing well-to-do, right? They're all very well-to-do. However, you see the wisps of the issue that she had mentioned. How there are some people in the pathways and the they're not doing very well. They're children begging for food. They're people huddled in scarves.
Do I spot anyone looking rich and inattentive?
Rich and inattentive. There is a merchant you spy who's trying to haggle with one of the local shopkeepers, and he seems to be giving him a hard time.
I spot where he's holding his money.
You do not spot where he's holding his money. However, you can definitely try to just give it a gander.
What's a pickpocket check?
Do you have a pickpocket check? Is that a thing?
I'm a rogue.
Is there a pickpocket?
Wouldn't that be
I think you use sleight of hand.
I think sleight of hand, yeah.
Right, I've got a 7 in that. Fuck it. Right. I don't need the other roller for this, so I'll roll in main chat.
He's not really paying attention, so you can absolutely kind of sidle up next to him as he's arguing.
17.
Alright. With your knowledge of noblemen, and particularly that sort of nobleman, the corrupt, fat, aggravated sort, you see you approach him from the side, and you see clasped to his belt, near his stomach, a small little coin pouch. Okay, and with your deft skills, you bump into him very, very, very quickly and grab and snatch it from his waist belt. He pushes you away and yells, "Oi, what are you doing?"
Sorry. A lot of us moving through the streets at the moment. I back off.
Foreigners.
I back away instantly, moving back into the group.
He's just yelling and cursing at you, but otherwise he doesn't seem to notice anything wrong. Right. He's like, "Fucking foreigners," and he turns back to the shopkeeper and begins yelling again with renewed vigor.
How much gold did I just get?
It was a small coin pouch. I give you about 50 gold.
Oh, yes! 53 gold.
Do we notice that, or do we need to roll to notice that, or anything?
For all of you?
Were any of you keeping an eye on the small ninja?
Were you?
Well, if you
were you keeping an eye on Small Ninja?
If you peeled off from the group, I'd imagine I'd watch where you're going. I don't know if I noticed what you did when you bumped into him, though. That's why I'm asking if I need to roll for that.
Alright, I'll say if I went far enough away from the group that people seem to notice, just said, thought I saw someone I knew over there. Nope.
Before he went and did that thing. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh, Aegon! Oh yeah, before you guys leave, Aegon hands over his own piece of gold to a family in the corner. It's a mother bundled up in her clothes, trying to keep her little boy and her girl warm. And you hand her, you approach her, and she seems scared because you're short but you're imposing. And she tries to shield her children. It's like, "What do you want? What do you want from me?" And you just hold out your piece of gold. You put it on the ground, actually. You put it on the ground, slowly push it towards her. It's for you. And she looks very cautious at first, very wary, but her daughter sort of slips out from her grip and reaches for it. She runs up to you, and she looks up at you with like big, reverent eyes. She's kind of like, "Thank you, mister." And her mother takes her by the nape of her neck and pulls her away, but while she's nodding and bowing sincerely and rapidly.
Aegon will just bow once and rejoin the group with leaving.
The girl and the boy shout at you again, "Thank you, mister!" as you walk off. As the sun begins to set, the cold chill begins to touch your skin, and you feel it's nothing that would hinder your group. However, you certainly feel the effects of the night coming on as the light begins to dwindle away and the sun sets behind the mounds of sand around you. What would your company like to do?
Right, how are we going to handle watches?
Well, mate, I reckon I'll take the first one.
Fair enough.
How many watches shall we take?
There's how many of us? 6? Hour each.
Okay.
We've got enough people. This isn't going to be much of a burden.
So you rest for 6 hours?
Yeah, any casters that need to renew their spells can go last or just not go.
On renewing spells, I'll take second watch.
Okay, I'll take third then.
I'll have 4 to 4th watch.
I turn to Suzu and how do I pronounce that? Aegon, and say you two good for the last ones.
Aegon silently nods. What a piece of shit!
Suzu's already asleep.
Right.
Okay, so you're leading it into a simpler path. Okay, so Suzuka has offered an alternate path.
I want to roll sense motive.
Go for it. Go for it. You don't.
That was the. I know nothing.
Do you have any bonuses? 2.
I have +2.
6.
I know nothing.
You look at Suzuko and her slit eyes and her twitching.
I get lost in her eyes.
Yeah. And you look at her and you think, and you stare at her for a while. You try intently to understand her motive, but all you see is, oh, she's kind of cute. She's a fox. That's all you manage to understand.
That's all I understand here. Right. I rolled sense motive because my character wouldn't. Oh.
Then it just comes out, she's kind of cute.
Yeah.
You stare longingly at her, trying to discern her motives, but then you come to realize, how does she see? Her eyes are closed. How does this work?
I'm not.
Oh god.
She makes it away.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it, I leave. I go back to town. I can make more money stealing than I can with this shit. I back away very disturbed.
So Jules and Laniel knew each other a very long time ago. Could
I wanted to
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say I wanted to roll to tell see if it seemed like he was recognizing me.
Yeah, that's what I do because I would.
Because I look completely different. He looks roughly the same.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. Roll perception.
Excellent.
Wait, you're rolling to recognize me?
Yeah,
both of you
I'm
roll perception because you both want to recognize each other. Apparently.
Well, no, I already recognize him because he hasn't changed his looks. I want to see if he recognizes me.
Okay, so I'll roll that perception.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, don't roll for me. I'm trying to find my bonus.
1d20 plus your wisdom modifier plus any skill
My wisdom
ranks.
modifier is nothing. I don't know if I have any skill
And it's not a
ranks,
class skill. So you probably have -1.
Well, no, it is a class skill. Perception is a class skill with a +5.
Yeah?
Apparently? No, oh yeah.
Roll away.
Is that one of my feats? It may have been a feat that I had to take off, I'm not sure.
Oh my god, just roll.
Oh my god, I'm trying to make sure I'm not doing something wrong.
You're doing great.
Oh! Well... Right,
Take one look at you and just undress you mentally.
Well, it'd be him. Oh, for fuck's sake, we all know I can't sense motive.
Get him on.
Try it. I mean, maybe you'll roll good.
Right, okay. No, I don't. I have no idea.
He's still staring.
You look at him and you sort of squint at Laniel and you think, does he recognize me? But he doesn't show any outward signs of noticing you. So you just kind of turn away and you're kind of like,
And inside my head, fireworks are going off.
Right, inside Laniel's head, just kind of like, ding, 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 ding. That's the ninja girl. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. So Laniel, you've managed to undress her with your eyes.
Gaze.
And he's come to the disturbing conclusion that he used to think I was male.
Laniel sort of like his eyes widen and he rocks back and he's like, "Oh shit, what?"
You quickly look away. And the image of her crotchal region kind of flashes in your eye, in your head again. It's like,
Laniel just
oh my god, she doesn't have it.
Laniel shivers and he looks over at the fire and he's just
Wait,
like,
hang on. I'm actually curious. Does Laniel think that right now I'm a guy dressed as a girl, or that I used to be a girl dressed as a guy?
Well, seeing as I mentally undressed you,
Well, no, because that was to check if you recognised me,
Mhm.
not to break. Well, there's not even a disguise to break.
Shall I roll another perception to see if I can tell what
No.
your gender is?
Right, so yeah, Aegon's eaten a bit. He's going for his nightly meditation out in the open. Miras is curled up with his shield over him. Everyone's quiet. The sun has set. It's nighttime. The stars are twinkling above head. As you all settle in, the quiet, the still, takes over. Wicket, you can definitely roll perception now for your
Alright.
first shift.
Alright, for the first shift, I will. Okay! That's a +7.
You stare
God
intently
damn.
at the desert.
The desert looks away nervously.
The desert blushes.
That's a +7. You plus a 7 as well?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so you settle down, during your show, and you're able to see from the corner of your eyes Suzuko playing around with the sand, building sandcastles around a solemn, quiet Aegon as he's just meditating in his little corner. So rock piles, okay. She makes sand sculptures and rock piles around him, and she's sort of disturbing him, if you will. You hear everyone else quietly sort of breathing, and sand shifts, but otherwise you see and feel nothing yet.
I'm up for the next watch.
Alright then. I'll walk up. Lyanna walks up to Laniel and says, "Well, mate, it's your turn for the watch. Was quite quiet on mine."
Laniel, who wakes up very, very rapidly. He's a light sleeper, so he gets up quite quickly, nods silently, and then goes to where Lyanna was sitting or standing, taking her place. Well, I suppose Lyanna could see it, but he was not sleeping very well. He was restless.
Lania, you settle down, and it's a little bit into your watch. Why don't you roll perception now?
Okay, kid one, please. Oh my god.
Okay.
Aw, that's a 15.
What is 15? Okay, 15. You hear the shuffling of the night creature sort of starting to wake up, essentially.
Is Suzu a night creature?
You definitely hear Suzuko at the back sort of snickering silently as she kind of mucks around all of your friends, all your teammates, and you can hear her sort of kind of the clunks of her rocks, being built. Like she built little stone sculptures. But out in the distance, you can hear the faintest sort of screeches of you're not quite sure what it is, but you hear the faintest screeches of monsters sort of combating and fighting and yelling at each other, communicating. So you know you're not alone out here in the desert. There's quite a bit of activity going on now that the night has fallen.
Bloody sand people.
But otherwise, you see and you hear nothing that is approaching you.
As your shift ends, your shift ends.
Your shift ends as your shift ends.
Laniel stands up, doing a few stretches, focusing mainly on his legs. And then he walks over to Michasfal and very lightly nudges them on the shoulder. Hurt him.
Is it me next, or?
Oh, is it? I thought. Oh, he's fourth, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
Goes to Jules, who he still is a little wary of, and very hesitantly touches her shoulder to shake her awake.
I wake up rapidly and try and stab him in the face.
Roll!
I think you're out of character.
Roll attack!
I'm going for non-lethal damage.
Okay, roll
God
attack.
damn, are you gonna fucking cripple me already?